Good afternoon, all participants and distinguished speakers. Today we are going to have a program on a panel discussion on electrical safety. I am sure that you are aware about the program Vidyut Surakshit Bharat Abhiyan. We were doing a year-long awareness program on various subjects. We started in 26th of June 2021 on this awareness program, and all of us, those who are there on the screen, Mr. Debdas, Goswami, Jameskutty, Mr. Appavoo, Mr. Vinay, Nagdeo, all of us were part of this program. We conducted almost 86 programs, 86 classes were already over. Our target was to reach 100 classes on electrical safety subjects. Now, today is probably the 87th program. Today we are going to discuss about the various regulations and the how people are interpreting. Of course, the regulation is a big subject. We may not be able to go through the entire regulation. We have asked the participants to make questions on the regulation. As a result, we have selected about 10-12 common questions which will be answered in the program. So here for this panel discussion, we have Shri Mukul Kumar, Assistant Director from Central Electricity Authority. Mr. Mukul.
Namaskar.
Yes, we have Shri Appavoo, Chief Electrical Inspector from Tamilnadu, retired. Welcome, Appavoo, sir. You are on mute. Then we have Mr. Vinay Nagdeo. He is the Superintending Engineer, retired from the Inspectorate Division of PWD in Maharashtra. Unfortunately for Mr. Vinay, the mic is not working. Probably he is trying to get it rectified. He will join very soon. We have Mr. Jameskutty Thomas. He is a retired electrical inspector from the Electrical Inspectorate of Kerala. We have 3 people from the Electrical Inspectorate of the state government, 1 gentleman from the Central Electricity Authority, and finally Mr. Debdas Goswami. He is the retired head of the standardization division of the electrical, IT and the electronics division of BIS. He is currently the senior advisor to International Copper Association. And now, lastly, myself, I am coordinating this. My name is Gopa Kumar. Most of you knows me very well. So with this, we will start the session. We have actually, as I said, we have selected 10 questions, common questions, not 10, little bit more, 1 or 2 more. So these questions we will be answering now. And in addition, the recorded video plus some of the answers we are trying to publish as a blog. For example, one of the questions which we selected is the changeover from DG to generator, regulation number 45, which is always, all India confusing subject. Shri Appavoo has created a very detailed answer, 6-7 page answer. Explaining the whole answer in this in the webinar will be quite difficult. So we make it as a blog. The link will be shared to you. Of course, he will also answer the questions. So to start with, we will go with the first question. The first question is applicability of the IE rule and the CEA regulation. All of us, we should understand that the IE rule 1956. Even today, people are using IE rule. The simple question is IE rule and CEA regulation. Still, engineers are following IE rule. Is it legally valid or not? To answer this question, I would like first to invite Mr. Mukul Kumar and then Mr. Appavoo, sir. Mr. Mukul, your answer, please. You are on mute.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes.
So, speaking legally, IE rules are obsolete. And we have found that some engineers, even utilities, are practicing these IE rules as of now also. We have come across like several communications where they have like communicated that they have complied with this particular IE rules and certain act was there, actions were there which violated certain IE rules. So they have like they are communicating with us that they are like using IA rules. But legally speaking, it is obsolete. It is obsolete on 20th September 2010 when our CA safety regulation came into picture. And it is backed by the Act. If you are reading the section 185, part 2, and it's a part 2 in the clause number C, it is clearly mentioning over there that when the regulations which will be framed under section 53 of Electricity Act, by that day, the I rules would be repealed. Now, it's something like that people are fond of traveling in the tram in Kolkata in earlier days. Now, it is the option with the people that they want to still continue traveling, commuting in the tram, or they want to switch to metros. Because if we are like going back and staying there, then we are definitely living in the past, and there may be wastage of resource and time. And also, with the upgradation of technology and all those things, our CA regulations are up to the mark, and it is complying with the latest technology which is available as of now. So this is from my side, and it is legally binding on all the utilities, on all the persons who are engaged with the electricity use or supply of the electricity.
Yeah, can I add it here?
Thank you very much. Now, Appavoo sir,
Okay,
you are right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good evening to all the participants. It's a routine practice that people do not forget the old things, as Mukul Kumar ji expressed. It is customary on the part of they are not able to erase the learned things, unwanted things, and refurbish with the latest thing. This is the only thing. As per section 185 of the Act, it's a repeal section. Any repeal section will make the existing rules as defunct, and it will be replaced by the new regulations. It has already been replaced, but in any repeal there is a safety measure, because it's as per any repeal is promulgated or ordered in an act with a caution, with a saving clause. That saving clause is applicable for some privileges or rights which are already available under IA rule. For example, a case, there could be a running case before the Honorable High Court or Supreme Court or any other court. So in such cases, the IA rules will be quoted by the arguing people. And another thing, one more thing, important thing is the effect of repeal shall always protect such provisions of to safeguard. In another way, what I can say is, unless there is a special intention, because while there could be some missing or lapses in the regulation, that's why these clauses are available. There should be a special intention to abolish. For example, there are few cases while notifying the CA regulation, the fees aspect was ignored. Then there was a large hue and cry between the consumers. We did not pay the fees. Then we came to the rescue. The Repeal Act came to the rescue. The privileges was already available. It was not specifically objected in the regulations. Of course, finally it was included in the state powers of under Electricity Act to provide rules for the fees also. So some stopgap arrangement will always be there in any succession of rules. That's why it is not necessary to quote the IE rules anymore. It's not correct. It's not legally valid. It's in my opinion.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the answer. We have one more distinguished speaker. Mr. LK Rathore, Director of CA, he has raised his hand. I have put him. Sir, you can also unmute and speak if you wish. Rathore ji. Okay, anyway, I think probably he's not there.
Good afternoon to one and all, sir. Thank you, sir. Basically, Mukul has correctly pointed out that even there is the I rules are the people are mentioning that I rule, but the I rule already repealed after the coming up the our regulation 2010. So there is a no more. It is not the legally correct. Whatever the present regulation that is there, this safety regulation 2010 from the CA. That's okay, sir.
Thank you very much, Rathorji. Mr. Rathor, I would like to introduce to everybody. Mr. Rathor is the Director of Central Electricity Authority. Now he is in the Director taking care of the Western region and placed in Bombay and taking care of the states in and around Bombay. Thank you very much, Rathorji.
Thank you, sir.